Hey guys, Hatter here. I just wanted to quickly jump in and let you guys know that our mini episodes are going to be moving to early morning on Thursday. So you're not going to lose any episodes. We're just slightly shifting the time to make a better balance between things. Anyways, thank you for listening and we hope you enjoy. Keep investigating.
Can a lake be cursed by bad energy? What about being haunted by spirits? Or can accidents just be a coincidence? A lake that had a dark history before its creation that now seems to have a lot of instances, even now, many years later.
One day, I'm going to die and take the whole town with me. One day, I'm going to die and take the whole town with me. And one day, the coffin was nailed shut and Julia Brown was laid to rest. A Category 4 hurricane hit the town, killing 275 people and wiping the town out of existence. My name is Hatter, along with my co-hosts,
Scoot?
And Cass.
And welcome to Investigation.
Sorry, I had to look away. I couldn't look at you for a second because I wasn't expecting you to say.
I was not expecting that at all. I'm like, dude, that's dark.
No, I just thought it was funny and I couldn't look at you.
You'll also have to excuse Scoot, guys. Last episode and this one, she's got the sniffles.
I got the sniffles, guys.
Still, she's got the snifflies. So what are you gonna be covering for us today, Scoot?
So we're gonna be talking about Lake Lanier in Georgia.
Ooh!
You know about this?
I do!
No.
I don't know all of the stories,
but
I've heard a good
I was just gonna say with that reaction, I'm like, sounds like you know it.
Well, there's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot.
What was it called again?
It's actually, so it's really funny. It's Lake Lanier. And it's actually really funny because in my segment, I have to say Frenier. And in my head, I was like, okay, say it how you would pronounce Lake Lanier. It's Frenier. So it's stuck in my head.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I've heard that lake. I know, I kind of know that lake, but I don't think I've heard any like spooky stories.
Oh, it is spooky. There's a girl on TikTok who, I love her so much. She, especially during October, she does Spooky Lake Month. And she'll do like anywhere from like 1 to like 4 minute long videos talking about spooky waters. And I'll sit there and I'll watch them every October and it's great, but she talked about it. So that's how I know some of it. I don't know a lot though.
Now, Lake Lanier is the largest lake in all of Georgia. Before the man-made lake, the land in which Lake Lanier was built on was home to the community known as Oscarville. Before it was Oscarville, the land was occupied by the Cherokee tribe in the 1830s.
Okay.
The Cherokee were expelled from their lands and sent to the west along the Trail of Tears, where more than 4,000 Cherokee died on the journey. Now, Oscarville was historically a African-American majority town, and it was bustling with life, which had a population of around 1,100.
Oh.
The town was characterized by its farmland and local businesses. Oscarville also dealt with racial violence, though. On September 5th, 1912, Ellen Grease, a young white woman living in Forsyth County, called police claiming that an African American had sexually assaulted her.
Oh, okay.
I should rephrase that as a African American man had sexually assaulted her. Now, 4 days later, a group of locals discovered 18-year-old May Crow had been savagely beaten and barely conscious in the woods.
Oh.
Now, after May's death, many white citizens wanted justice served by any means necessary.
Many white what?
Many white citizens wanted justice served by any means necessary. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. I know it's because you're sick, but I was like, many white citizens?
So sorry. I would try to enunciate.
You're all right. I get it. It happens to the best of us.
Now, as a result of this, Rob Edwards... Oh.
Is it going off?
It's going all the way up to red, our EMF reader, which we have out now for all of our spooky episodes. It's going all the way up to red.
Ooh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You like the story?
Now, as a result, Rob Edwards, who was 24, Oscar Daniel, 17, and Ernest Knox, 16, who were a group of African-American Oscarville residents, were identified as suspects in May's murder and arrested. Now, news had spread of Rob Edwards' arrest, and around 2,000 white men had swarmed the jail.
Jesus.
The mob broke into the jail and brought Edwards outside. They lynched him.
Wait, the mob?
The mob.
What is with you and your segments and the mob?
No, not that mob.
type of mob. Like pitchfork and torch type of mob.
Angry mob.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
not like...
Because I'm like, what's... I was just making like a funny joke. Like, oh...
Not like gangsta mob.
Not the
Not like the
mafia.
mafia mob.
Wrong mob.
I'm not gonna break your kneecaps or anything. You know what I mean?
I love your accents. I'm sorry.
I don't know. That's the only one I do.
About.
That or like a southern accent I'll just break out in. But that's the only one I can do, really. And I don't know why.
Well, no, because you were doing like the mob type of accent.
Right. We're not gonna break your kneecaps. Yeah. No.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Back to the mob.
Pitchfork and torch mob, yes.
So they lynched him. They
Right.
hanged him from a telephone pole,
Oh.
and then they shot his lifeless body.
Oh.
Jesus.
Why?
First of all, he was okay. We didn't even cover why these men were suspected of the deaths necessarily. So I don't know for sure if it was them to like if it was like yeah it's them and they were just in the jail, or if they just were like it's a black guy, we're gonna assume that he did it.
From my research, we don't really particularly know.
Cool.
So part of me kind of wants to go with the latter.
Yeah, that's
but I can't say
what
that
I
for
thought.
sure.
That was my first like inkling.
Mm-hmm.
Because it happened quite a bit, unfortunately. But then, especially like he was in jail. Even if he was the guy who did it, he was in jail. You took him out of the jail,
Yes.
and then talk about overkill.
Yeah, literally, that's what I was gonna mention with it too. It's like
Yeah.
you hang him. He's already dead, because he has a lifeless body on the ground now, and then you just shoot him.
Like I understand being mad when stuff happens and when people are killed. I get that, but like we always say, let the police handle it, and at least. If we're going to make the better judgment or the better assumption and say that they did get the right guy, he's in jail.
Yeah.
Like the police did their job, but then even worse, if they didn't get the right guy and they were just like, oh, he's a black guy, he probably did it. Then you're killing some innocent person who literally did nothing.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Now, white vigilantes, which they became known as the Night Riders, gutted homes across Forsyth County, and they ignited black-owned homes and properties.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, at the trial, Oscar Daniel maintained his innocence throughout the whole thing. Now, I believe he was the 17-year-old.
Okay.
Nevertheless, all white jurors convicted Ernest Knox and Oscar Daniel of sexual assault and murder of May Crow. So like I said, through my research, couldn't really find a definitive, did they actually do it or was it?
But they were convicted. Which I feel like doesn't necessarily mean much for the time.
Especially with the stuff that was going on.
Yeah.
Now, Judge Morris sentenced the two to execution by hanging. By the time of their execution on October 25th, 1912, the African-American residents were essentially forced out of the county and went to nearby counties to seek safety.
Yeah. Yep, I don't blame them. Like, because what the fuck is that shit? What the fuck?
Yeah. Now, in 1946, Congress approved the Ribbit.
I like that you said that as a question. Like, I knew the answer. You're like, Ripper? I'm like, I don't know. You're the one who said it.
Oh. In 1946, Congress approved the River and Harbors Act, which covered waterways across the country. Congress allotted money for new projects. Now, $45 million went to Lake Lanier. The purpose of the lake was to serve as a hydroelectric power source, which was to provide hydroelectric power source, as well as provide water for Atlanta. I jumbled it as I was trying to read it the first time. And operate as a flood control mechanism for the area. Now, 56% of the budget went on to design and construction. 44% went to buying up necessary land and relocating families. And the government had to buy 56,000 acres of private land, which they bought through eminent domain, meaning people didn't have a choice. They had to take the money the government was offering and relocate.
Mm-hmm.
With this, Oscarville was erased and is what is now an underwater ghost town.
Okay.
Now, infrastructures like bridges were taken down, trees were removed, and 20 graveyards also had to change locations.
Why do I feel like they didn't, though?
Well, now, this is going to beg the question whether there were any graves left behind.
Oh, okay.
So they did, but now someone from the Army Corps told CNN to quote, "While the Corps made every effort at the time to locate unmarked burials, the limited capabilities of the time made it probable that unanticipated finds of human remains are possible, whether from the antebellum and Civil War period or from Native American origin from pre-colonial and ancient times." So,
okay. So basically, someone from the Army was like, we did our best to get everybody from there, but it is likely that there's still quite a bit of unmarked and unrecorded remains that we just couldn't find.
Yeah.
I was going to say too, so just following the timeline, so with Maze's death at the beginning,
Yes.
that was in this town that is now flooded, basically.
Yes. Yes.
So just shows that the kind of history that has been building there.
Yes.
Right. Which we know about high emotional energy places from doing Kansas, what can sometimes linger behind.
Yes.
Right. I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Yes. Now,
I'm glad someone is.
why are you not following?
I'm sifting through her sniffles and pulling out the facts.
She's reading between the sniffles.
So sorry, guys.
It's okay. I mean, I understand you. I think Cass is just focused on the cats running around too.
Yeah, well, I'm just making sure they're behaving.
Right, yeah.
Now, Beaufort Dam was completed in 1957, and it took several years for the lake to be excavated and then flooded.
Mm-hmm.
Lake Lanier is roughly 26 miles long, and then the average depth is about 60 feet.
Okay.
It's decent sized.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not
it's
as
pretty
deep
decent.
as I was expecting, but
But that's just the average.
'cause, I mean,
of course.
Yeah, because I've been in a regular swimming pool that goes down to 15, 20 feet. So it's it's still
Triple that, yeah.
Yeah, just triple that.
It's not too bad,
Yeah.
but that is the average. So I get that, but
Not only was the history before the lake, I put before the lake twice in my sentence.
Before the lake.
That's literally what I have.
It's like when you repeated your opening segment.
yeah, that was intentional.
Oh, I know it was.
Okay.
I figured it. I knew yours was. That's why I didn't say
Like, I
anything.
swear, I'm gonna get there.
So not only was the history before the lake was dark, but it didn't stop there. Lake Lanier has been the site for numerous drowning instances and boating accidents.
That's mostly what I've heard about.
Now, over the years, divers have reported seeing terrifying things below the water, from huge catfish to sunken boathouses. Houseboats? Boathouses? Is that the same thing?
Those
No,
are two
they-
very
they
different
are-
things.
they are different things.
I just
Two
realized I
very
said it
different.
backwards.
Oh, okay. So
Okay, yeah, so
houseboats.
houseboats.
That's a boat. That's a house. A
Yes.
boathouse is a house that's for boats.
To store your boats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have known that, but okay.
Yeah, I thought I had to say that. A houseboat is a boat that's a house, but a boathouse is a house for boats.
So from huge catfish to sunken houseboats and various piles of debris in the lake. Now, one diver, Buck Buchanan, even said that he had horrifically felt human body parts during his explorations.
Explorations.
During his time exploring the lake.
I was about to be like, oh my God. And then you fucked up that word and I was like, bah!
That was the same here. Like, you just
I just
That
pressed
is
it out.
terrifying, though.
That is, yes.
That
It
is
was a lot less
terrifying.
terrifying. It was like I was literally about to be like, oh, like you said,
Yeah.
and then
So
realizing that,
explanations.
like, oh.
The fuck is an explanation? I don't know. I don't know.
So he had horrifically felt human body parts during his time exploring the lake.
That's absolutely insane. And I think I would piss myself. That's like what I think of is, I mean, it's a typical horror movie scene. It's like somebody swimming and then you just see like hands grab their ankle.
Yeah.
That's what I picture. But I know like human remains don't have the capability of grabbing. But still, just to feel like a hand touch your leg or something, like it freaks you out enough when you touch seaweed under the water.
I was literally gonna say that with me. Like, it freaks me out enough just touching seaweed in waters. Like, as soon as I touch it with my foot, I've had seaweed touch my foot before when I was swimming in a lake. And it's, oh no, it's very creepy. I don't like the feeling and I don't like the texture of it.
Now, I do have a quote by him. He has said, "You reach out into the dark and you feel an arm or a leg and it doesn't move."
What is it stuck on?
I don't know.
Because I'm like, okay, if there was an arm floating in the leg, if there was an arm floating in the leg, that makes sense.
In the leg.
If there was an arm or a leg floating in the lake, then theoretically when you bump into it, it would move. So if it's if it's not moving,
What's stuck on?
what is it stuck? Is it still like in the ground and it's like up? That's what I thought. Like,
I don't know. I couldn't find any details. I don't know. Now, today, Lake Lanier hosts an estimate of around 14 million visitors a year.
Wear your fucking life jackets, people.
An estimate of 700 people have died at Lake Lanier in Georgia since its creation.
And that is why.
Now, out of that 700, 200 of the victims have been in swimming or in boating accidents since 1994.
Wow. So that's a lot in not that long ago. I am.
It's a little over 30 years ago.
Right. I was trying to say from not that long ago to now.
Yeah.
That is quite a bit of people. And that's just for the swimming and boating accidents.
Yep.
Wow.
Now, I'll go over some of these instances with you guys. Now, in 1958, two women named Delia Mae Parker Young and Susie Roberts accidentally drove Susie's car off a bridge and drowned in the lake.
Oh.
Now, remains of a handless woman were found in 1959. They were believed to be the remains of Delia.
Handless?
They found her handless.
How?
Why? Don't know.
I mean, I guess maybe like just
Being in the lake for like a year.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe
That's
like,
so-
I guess, maybe how the way the car landed in the lake, it could have like...
Oh, maybe.
like snapped her wrists or
snapped her wrist
something.
off
Yeah.
or something, and then like the
Decomp separated.
decomposition of the lake.
Yeah, that could have. Now, the remains, she was wearing a blue dress the night of that incident.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it wasn't until 1990 until they found a Ford sedan in the lake, which had the remains of Susie Roberts inside.
Okay, and when did the car crash?
1958.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, that is a long
It's a
time.
long time. Now, Christmas 1964, another crash took the lives of 7 people when a car once again plunged into the water. I'm seeing a common pattern.
There has to be guardrails, right? Well, maybe not during this time or something, or
know.
like maybe they weren't sturdy. I don't know the history of guardrails.
I couldn't tell ya. Now, a married couple and 3 of their 4 children, as well as 2 other kids, were killed in that incident. So that's the 7 people.
Wow.
There was also the disappearance of Kelly Nash.
Wait, we're gonna go back for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
So that family now, like just one of their kids is still alive.
As far
just
as I'm
without
aware,
their entire family.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow. And then somebody else's kids. They just
Yes.
lost 2 of them. Damn.
Yes.
That's rough.
And then we also had the disappearance of Kelly Nash, which this is actually still a mystery to this day.
Oh.
Oh?
On January 5th, 2015, 25-year-old Kelly Nash got out of bed around 4 a.m. feeling sick.
Oh.
When his girlfriend woke up the next morning and he was gone, nowhere to be found.
Ooh.
So he got up because he was sick. And then she woke up and he was just still not home.
Yeah.
That's weird. Because, like, most of the time, like, you get up because you're sick, you're going to go into the bathroom, not, like, leave the house.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Now, his body was discovered in Lake Lanier a month later. Although he had had a gunshot wound, his cause of death was ruled as a drowning, which means the gunshot wound did not kill him.
Right.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you go from just being sick, getting up to maybe use the bathroom or something, to just being literally leaving the house and getting shot and drowned in the lake?
I feel like he probably maybe wasn't sick and got up for another reason and just told his girlfriend, like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
just feeling
maybe.
sick. And then there was something nefarious going on that he was trying to either deal with or take care of or something.
Now, that's as much as I can find on the case, so I am assuming it's still being actively investigated.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, on the 4th of July in 2025, a boat exploded when a family was enjoying the holiday.
That was just last year.
Exploded.
Yes, this was last year.
I even missed the year because I was like, exploded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2025.
Now, the family was getting ready to leave, and the engine would not start, like on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
So they were calling in for a tow. They tried to turn it on once again when it exploded. All 7 family members were taken to the hospital for their injuries, and now from what I have read, it seems they have made recoveries.
Oh, good.
Now, several of them did suffer from, like, 3rd-degree burns.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yes. So it seems as though just bad juju.
Bad luck.
Just bad juju.
Bad luck on that lake.
Yeah, I'd say I'm kind of all for it. Like, I do like kind of visiting lakes and stuff, but like ones like that, no. Like, I'll pass. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, I found a Fox News article that came out April 10th, 2026, so just
Wow.
Oh
a
my,
month ago,
oh my gosh.
that a 75-year-old man named Ronald Lamar Kirk had died after falling into the lake. He was at the lake for a morning fishing trip when his lure got stuck on the dock. Now, after Ronald had tried to free the lure, he fell into the water. Now, his uncle, 89-year-old Joe Franklin Kirk, had tried to pull him out. When he was unable to, he went to go get help. Ronald was recovered and taken to the hospital before he was pronounced dead. So
Aw.
there's even still stuff happening now.
Yeah.
That is just...
It's just building on the
Yes.
history, and it kind of adds to the, like, mystique of the lake a bit, which in a way it shouldn't, because some of these are just accidents and, like, shit happens.
Yes.
Which is a very blunt way to put it, but it does. But it's kind of when they compound on itself like this that you're like, oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Now, we'll kind of get to a little bit more of the paranormal stuff of it.
Yes.
Now, it is said that a specific ghost lady haunts the area. Sometimes she's called the Lady in Blue or the Lady of the Lake.
Oh.
I've heard both names.
At least she's not in white.
At least she's not in white. Now, she is said to roam the lake in a blue dress, appearing lost or pacing back and forth.
Sound familiar?
Apparently
that
not.
one lady that drowned in the car accident, you said she was wearing a blue dress.
Oh, I was getting there.
I'm sorry. I was just adding some.
I didn't even put that together.
Some spooky commentary.
No, that was good commentary. I usually jump ahead, and I'm slacking, apparently. The 2 and 2 did
I was
not.
just trying to put in a spooky commentary because my mind went to that. I was like, ooh.
Scoot's like, bitch, stealing my
Well,
thunder.
because like she was acting so confused, so I thought maybe you forgot.
Well,
too.
it didn't click that that's what you were talking about. I thought
Right.
for some reason you were referencing something we've talked about in the
That's
preview.
what I thought,
And I was
too.
trying to figure out what you were talking about.
That's what I thought too. I was like, we haven't talked about a lady in blue before,
I mean,
or
well, I
even
mean,
a lady that
technically-
roams a lake.
No.
Now, it is believed that the spirit could be Delia May Parker Young. Like
Mhm.
we
we
were
go.
just
Yeah.
Yeah, like we were just saying.
talking
Oops.
about.
I do it all the time. It's all right.
Yeah.
Now, it is believed that Delia is either searching for her lost appendages or is looking for victims she can drag to the bottom.
How could she drag him to the bottom if her hands were missing? What?
You're not wrong.
Thank you. Because like she can't be simultaneously looking for her missing limbs, which are her hands, and then dragging people to the bottom with just the nubs of her arm.
I was gonna say, I feel like she's probably just looking for her appendages, and then you were like, how could she drag someone? I was like, you know what, you got a point.
I think I killed Scoot, though.
I don't know, sometimes, girl, you gotta laugh into the mic, because every now and then you lean back to laugh, and it just sounds like you are utterly done with our bullshit.
I'm always worried I'm gonna be too loud into the mic, so
I can change the volumes, you're totally fine, but like there was one we were making jokes and stuff, and then you're just silent the entire time because you leaned away, and then you come back to just now blah 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 blah, and I was like, wow, it sounds like she doesn't give a shit about what we have to say.
No, most of the time I'm so terrified that I'm going to be like blasting the mic, so I'm like, ugh.
Yeah,
That's
no,
okay.
you're-
She can change the
yeah, I
volume
can
of it.
change the volume.
Swimmers and divers have claimed to have the feeling of unseen hands grabbing at their legs or the feeling of just them being pulled under.
Maybe it's just her like ghost hands.
Oh,
like, separate
so
from
just
herself.
the hands by themselves.
Yeah, like like the thing on
Yes. On
Uh,
Wednesday.
yeah, on Wednesday's shoulder.
Yeah.
That's what I pictured, like, which is kind of fucked up. Like, I'm not making fun of her death at all. Because I'm just, like, now thinking about it because Cass pointed out that she'd be wandering without her hands. And then the guy also said that he feels, like, hands and arms and stuff in the water. That now I'm just picturing her ghostly hands, like, existing as a separate entity from herself.
Yeah. But then that fully wouldn't make sense for the guy saying he felt arms. But for, like, just the hands.
Yeah,
Or maybe he was meaning, like, later or something. I don't... Like, it could still easily be...
Well, he said he also felt arms and legs. So
Yes.
there's been several times that he's gone in and has felt body parts.
Yes.
Which is just terrifying in and of itself.
Yeah, like, why would you intentionally go back in there after feeling it the first time?
He's, exploiting? What did you say?
I don't even know what I said.
Explorating.
Something, yeah.
Now, people have claimed to hear disembodied voices as well as sudden temperature drops.
Oh, okay.
The Brown Bridge, which also goes across the lake, has its own paranormal activity.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, motorists have had sudden car trouble going over the bridge.
I was just like, I'm sitting there and I was like, man, why are all these crashes happening? And then you're like, people have sudden car trouble on the bridge. I'm like, oh, I hope that's not a
Everybody.
reason for some of the crashes.
Or some have seen apparitions, and just overall just have a very unsettling presence. They feel this unsettling presence while going across the bridge.
Right. And if you see an apparition, like if you're driving across a bridge and you see somebody like standing in the bridge, you're going to swerve
Yes.
automatically. That's terrifying.
Yep. Now, houses and structures near the lake also, for some reason, seem to have activity. So this place just all
It's
over across
ever
the board.
expanding.
It's ever expanding. People living near the lake have reported hearing footsteps, clores.
Chlors.
I tried to say doors and
Chlors
closing.
dooring.
Doors closing on their own and seeing shadowy figures. Now, a lot of people have connected like this because of like how the lake was created and just how many bad things have just happened in general.
Yeah, it creates kind of a bad energy for the area.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Our ghost agrees. Bad energy in the area. It went up to EMF 5. The cat ball has not gone off yet.
And that wraps up my case for you for Lake Lanier.
Well, I am going to be talking about the curse of the Manchac swamp.
Oh.
So we are going to Louisiana for this one.
Makes
Yeah.
sense, kind of the home of the swamp.
Yep. Yep. So the Manchac wetlands reside about half an hour northwest of New Orleans. And they are what you think of when you think of a swamp. I mean, it's murky, it's thick, it's like a mushed pea green in the summer. Moss hangs down from the trees. To me, it's kind of like a gothy vibe to it. You know, I'm like, oh.
The southern gothic
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah.
I also love, though, how, like, you kind of expressed it and wrote it as, like, you were writing a novel. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's like you were transporting us into a book.
Right. Well, I wanted you guys to like picture
To
it.
envision it. I
Yeah.
gotcha.
Right, yeah. To me, it makes me think of like wanting to be like a whimsical witch in like a bog I know a swamp and a bog are different. Like, I know that. But that's the vibe that I get.
Yeah.
What's not really my vibe, personally, is the alligators, snakes, and mosquitoes.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
Alligators, I don't mind as much. Like, they don't freak me out. I hate bugs.
Mhm.
And I've heard a lot of horror stories about the mosquitoes in Louisiana.
Yeah, no, and like I am a magnet for mosquitoes and mosquito bites, so I feel like if I went there, which I'm never going to,
Oh,
but if I went there, it would just like I would die just of a mosquito bite.
I would love to go to Louisiana.
Oh, absolutely.
All the spooky stories of it, everything, like, it just seems like such a cool place.
Okay, fine, I'll go with you guys, but if I die of a mosquito bite, I'm haunting you too.
That's fine.
Okay.
We'll only have the EMF reader out for you to communicate to us, so we'll mostly ignore you, but that's fine.
Who says anything about me just being in the presence? I could be doing other stuff.
Maybe. I don't know.
Smelling, I'm coming after you guys.
So this swamp was once home to a town called Frenier. Now, this was part of St. John Parish. And in Louisiana, a parish is like what we would call a county,
Yes.
which is also a vibe. Like, I kind of love it. It's a vibe.
It sounds a lot better than county.
Yeah,
That's for
like
sure.
that's what I'm like, St. John Parish. Like, it's
Yeah.
just... Now, Frenier was once a thriving logging town. It had a major export in growing cabbage and making it into sauerkraut, then exporting it up to Chicago, which has nothing to do with the story. I just thought it was a cool little fact.
Just some background for
Yeah.
us.
And it's also like a little bit funny because it's so random. And this episode gets really dark and really haunting really fast.
Oh, thanks for the heads up.
Great.
Yeah. So it's like, they made cabbage.
You made sauerkraut.
They made sauerkraut. It's so fun. But currently, only a boat landing is said to remain of the once thriving town. I'm gonna
Okay.
explain how we got there. So our story really begins with Julia Brown. She was born around 1845 and lived and worked in New Orleans in the 1860s before moving to Frenier, where she built a home right on the edge of the lake. There, she became known as a voodoo priestess. So,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
More importantly, and kind of more what she did, she was known as the town's traitor, which was a French word that I'm supposed to pronounce with like a French guttural R, and I can't do that. So I know I didn't pronounce it right. But it basically means that she was the town's folk healer, and she would take her knowledge of like local plants to fight infections and cure people of illnesses, as well as she would perform as a midwife. She was well known throughout the village for her healing abilities, and it always worked. Those that were sick or ill always recovered quickly, but as time went on, the town kind of started to take advantage of her. They would always expect her to help and go to her for help curing them of whatever. But then throughout the actual town, if she would be walking down the street, they kind of thought she was weird, cast her a side eye.
Oh, so very two-faced.
Yeah, they definitely took advantage, for sure. Now, there are a lot of accounts that would state if you were lucky or sometimes unlucky, you would walk by her home and she would be sitting out on her porch, strumming her guitar and singing. And sometimes she would start singing about you.
Well, that's not spooky.
Yes, very spooky, because she would make up a song about things that would happen to you.
Oh.
Yeah, more often bad news.
Oh, gosh.
And they would always come true.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, this made the locals terrified of her. They didn't really know if she was predicting the future or placing a curse.
Gotcha.
To me, I feel like she was just more predicting the future than anything else, but eventually her song did take a turn. So she stopped singing about your misfortune, and instead, for a few months, she would sit on her porch and sing, "When I die, I'm going to take the whole town with me. When I die, I'm going to take the whole town with me."
Oh.
Yes.
And there it is.
And there it is. Helen Slosser Berg, a longtime resident of the town, had stated that, quote, "Aunt Julia Brown always sat on her front porch and played her guitar and sang songs that she would make up. The words to one of the songs she sang said that one day she would die and everything would die with her," end quote. And she sang this song for months. Finally, it seems like the town hadn't heard from her for a couple days, so they went to check on her, and she was found that she had passed away from natural causes in her cabin.
Okay.
So the town kind of panicked. But then they were also like, okay, well, she obviously has been dead for a few days and we didn't die. But to try to like appease her prediction, the day of her funeral, the entire town attended, trying to like placate the prediction, you know, she's being buried and the whole town is here kind of vibe. On September 29th, 1915, they were laying Julia to rest when around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, a storm landed. So literally as they were about to put the coffin in the ground, a Category 4 hurricane with winds reaching 145 miles per hour decimated several towns, killed 275 people, and the entire community of Frenier disappeared.
Holy
Wow.
crap.
Many of the dead were never found, but Julia was. In a newspaper published about the hurricane and the funeral, it states that, quote, the corpse was found Thursday and so was the wooden box, but the casket was never found. So they would kind of put the body in a casket, the casket in a box, and then lower it. So somehow she was found and the box was found, but not the casket that she was actually inside of.
That's weird.
Yeah. So many lives were lost that locals today still claim to find skeletons that will surface in the swamp only to drift back down into the murky waters.
Ooh,
Oh,
Mhm.
I don't like that.
no.
One survivor of the hurricane, because this also didn't just hit Frenier, it hit like the surrounding towns as well.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
One survivor recounted the experience he had, saying that he was able to make it out of the swamp into New Orleans. And he stated that, quote, the water was washing in the front door. We thought we were gone. All the camps down there gone. On the big lake that had a big timber, a big cypress timber. It was just like a break bore went along there. I'll bet that storm blowed ever bit 120 or 30 miles an hour. You could hear it come across the South Pass when it hit our place, just like a freight train.
Wow.
Now, one of the other towns that this storm had hit was Reddick. Some residents ended up seeking shelter at a schoolhouse and a rail station, but the storm ripped the station apart and they were hurled into the raging storm.
Ooh.
Many were swept away, clinging to anything they could find. One of the men that had been repairing the train tracks when the storm hit stated that the howl of the wind was so loud he was unable to hear the shrieks and cries of drowning men and women.
That's
Holy
horrific.
crap.
Mhm.
Oh.
One little girl, Eslyn Woodson, was found during the storm by a train crew. She was holding onto the beam in the ceiling with one hand and holding onto her 2-year-old brother with the other. Eslyn was hanging like that for an hour before being rescued, but her brother was already dead.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so she literally was still holding on to her dead brother.
Yeah.
Like just, and clutching to a ceiling beam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane. That's
especially
crazy.
for that long. Like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh.
Both Frenier and Reddick were completely lost to the storm. After the storm, what was left was horrifying. There were bodies everywhere, floating in the water. Some were even said to have been found hanging in the trees when, rescue crews started moving back
I
through.
mean, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People who did survive were walking around in a daze. The closest graveyard was also 5 miles away, which was too far to take all of those who had died.
Yeah.
So men ended up making rafts and boxes, and the dead were floated in the waters of the lake as a makeshift grave.
So kind of like a Viking funeral, but not fully, completely.
Right, yeah. Now, on October 2nd, 4 days after the storm hit, they were still trying to make it through the wreckage. And while clearing some of the railroad tracks, workers found 4 bodies buried beneath the wreckage of the train station. And they were so bruised and mutilated that it was impossible to tell who they were.
Holy.
Wow.
The residents of Frenier were found were buried in a mass grave, a grave that you can still see if you visit today. It's fenced in with just like a plaque or a wooden sign that says 1915. And although Julia Brown is rumored to be buried there as well, there is no proof of her actually being buried in the mass grave, but she does have a marker as more of a memorial for her.
Yeah.
The current locals don't even believe that Julia Brown placed a curse on the town. They instead think she was trying to warn them in some way.
Like a foreboding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But to this day, people still hear screams and cries in the swamp from those who lost their lives to the hurricane. People also say if you go to the mass grave that you will hear chanting as if some sort of voodoo ceremony is taking place.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of odd.
That is odd. There are many reports of mysterious lights and candles flickering in the old cabin. Now, there are some claims that Julia's cabin does remain, but I saw kind of conflicting information about that. I saw a couple sources say that her cabin is still there. Then I saw a couple say that there's only like a dock left of the old town. So I don't really know. But those that...
We won't really know unless we go visit ourselves, I guess.
Yeah, there we go.
And again, like I said, if I die of mosquito bites, I'm coming after you guys.
No, that's not our fault. That's your own fault. You don't have to
No,
come.
because I didn't want to go. And you guys like, yeah, we should. Yeah.
Well, yeah, right. We said we should go.
We
And then
should
you were
go.
like, all right, I'll join.
Well, yeah, we as it, because I'm part of the podcast too. So it's like, I
Right.
would be going with you.
No, we're saying me and Scoot should go. And then, because you were like, I'm not going to go. Then we were like, okay, me and her can go. And then you were like, okay, I'll join you. And it's
Yeah,
like,
but if it's like
we
for
didn't even twist your
that-
arm.
No,
Like, we,
No,
there was no trying to
force.
convince you. And now you're like, well, I'm haunting your asses.
If something happens.
If something happens, it's like, girl, you can stay home.
I thought you were like talking about this thing too, with like if we went to investigate ourselves to see if her cabin was still there.
I was just talking about going
That's
to
when
Louisiana.
I would be
Yeah, I
like,
just
just
going to
wanna go to
Louisiana. I
Louisiana.
wasn't
Okay, yeah, no, that
anything,
part's a no. But like if I was meaning that part, where if we went to go
me and
visit
Scoot will
it,
go to Louisiana, and if we
investigate.
happen to go to the Manchac swamp, we can also happen to check if her cabin is still there.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go, you don't have to go.
No, that's true. I know, but it's also like if we did ever go, I'd probably just stay at the hotel until we go check out the swamp to see if her cabin's still there.
We could also go when it's not mosquito
I'll just
season.
like stay inside.
It's true.
Well, I don't like the alligators and the other stuff too.
So just don't go to Louisiana. I'm confused why you're acting like we're strapping you down.
because
like,
you're
you're going.
I'm not. You're not strapping me down or anything. It's more like because like I do want to see if the cabin's still there if we ever went.
Right, where there's alligators and snakes.
I know.
Anyways.
Anywho, the reports that say that Julia's cabin is still there says that there is a candle that will flicker in her window. They also say that you will see apparitions, figures floating out in the murky waters, but you can also still hear Julia Brown's rocking chair and her faint singing echoing through the
Oh.
trees.
I'm
I got,
conflicted.
Chills. Now, with that, too, there's even rumors that when the first crews went back into the swamp after the hurricane, that they heard her rocking chair and soft singing.
Oh, imagine you're going through the swamp on a boat and then you just hear and ding 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 ding.
Oh my God. It's kind of
But-
like it's kind of like the ambiance thing of the music box.
Right, but it's even, so you're going through the swamp trying to find people who who you're hoping survived this massive hurricane. And as you're going through, I would imagine either on a boat if there's still flooding, or you're like wading through these murky waters, you just hear somebody softly singing through the trees.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. But yeah, I would like to go visit Louisiana in general, but I would like to visit the Manchac swamp. I mean, there's even now there's a bridge that goes over it. Same thing.
Oh, cool.
That people have a lot of spooky reports of as well.
Oh,
And
that's
then, yeah, in the nearby area where Ruddock was, there were some rumors of one of the towns being rebuilt, but like, once again, that was pretty conflicting, so I wasn't sure, and I'm not in Louisiana to be able to check. But there's some sort of creature now that is said to roam in Ruddock.
creature?
A creature, which I didn't dive into at all, but I read a couple things and I was like, oh, we're not really doing like any sort of cryptid monster-y episode. We're trying to just focus on the waters. So I didn't go into it, but yeah, there's some sort of like monster now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys go, just take pictures and videos for me.
She's like, all right, I'm out.
Right?
Actually,
It's like-
you know what? Never
Yeah,
mind.
it's like if you find a cabin and stuff, just like maybe FaceTime me or something. I'll stay right here.
I'll stay right here. That is the Manchac Swamp.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So that is our haunted waters. And it also kicks off our month of Louisiana.
Ooh.
Which is it? You weren't near the mic. That was so funny.
That's why I was like, ooh.
The ghost of the podcast room is actually just Kath, not near her microphone.
Right.
So this kicks off our Louisiana month.
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
We're not in Kansas anymore. Yeah?
Yeah, he agrees.
These cats, man. But anyways, so catch us next episode for our first full episode of Louisiana on Sunday. That's coming out this Sunday. So keep an ear out for that. As always, if you think these stories are cool, you found them interesting, share it with your mother. And thanks for listening. Bye.
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 Keep investigating. Bye.